Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome to Mega Man X. I was gonna try and play some Super Mario Bros. X episode, but I can't find any new ones that I'm interested in, and I don't know how to hunt down old ones I might be interested in. The ones I looked up were on websites where they eventually delete whatever you upload, and the uploads were 10 years ago. So here we are. I'm not going to try and do some gimmick run on this or whatever. I'm just going to play the way I always play, which involves trying to get as much stuff as I can before even killing any bosses. X is the first of a new generation of robots which contain innovative new features, the ability to think, feel, and make their own decisions, unlike classic Mega Man. However, this ability could be very dangerous. If X were to break the first rule of robotics, a robot must never harm a human being. The results would be disastrous, and I fear that no force on Earth could stop him. Approximately 30 years will be required before we can safely confirm his reliability. Unfortunately, I will not live to see that day, nor do I have anyone to carry on my work. Therefore, I have decided to seal him in this capsule, which will test his internal systems until his reliability has been confirmed. Please do not disturb the capsule until that time. X possesses great risks as well as great possibilities. I can only hope for the best. September 18th, 20XX. T Light. So, a bit of my history with this game. This was the first Mega Man game I'd ever played. And so I had no context for who, for example, T Light was. After playing Mega Man Zero, I'm gonna let this do its thing properly. After playing Mega Man Zero, I cannot get used to dashing with anything but the left shoulder button. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. No dash yet, because it's the first game. So yeah, my first ever Mega Man game, I played this with no context about anything else in the series. So that was kind of a wild ride. Who is this Thomas Light? Why is he going to be dead? Because he's old. I had no idea about the history of robots in the Mega Man series or anything. And so that first screen left me with just so many questions and so many possibilities to answer them with. Because I didn't have the internet at the time. And here's where you're forced to learn that you can climb walls. Of course, I played this game by renting it, and also I was terrified of pretty much every video game at the time, so I watched the demo mode a bunch of times and hacked a password by just taking my turbo controller and having it randomly change numbers on the password screen and then trying to see if that was a password that would work. Goodness, I'm bad at this game. The Mega Man X game that I play most often is the second one. Like, emotionally, that's not my favorite, but it's the one I play the most, so I suppose, in that respect, it is my favorite. Oh goodness, I love these cars. Only place you see these in this game, and you can ride them, and I have a lot of fun doing that. I don't know why. Before this, I'd only ever played Mario, and so I tried jumping on things as well to injure them, and that did not work well, but that's how I learned that you could ride those little cars that only appear in this level. Uh-oh. The closer the boss is, the more I can shoot him. But, you know, you can't win this fight. You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? You worthless piece of scrap metal. Did you think you could defeat me? Man, Zero's dash looks weird compared with what dashes look like for every other character in most of the rest of the series. I guess I'm not powerful enough to defeat him. X, you shouldn't expect to defeat him. He is designed to be a war machine. Remember, you have not reached full power yet. If you use all the abilities you were designed with, you should become stronger. You may even become as powerful as I am. I'll scout ahead and collect as much information on Sigma's fortress as I can. I'll meet up with you when you get there. See you later. X, I know you can do it. Alright, so since my timer hasn't run out, I'm gonna go ahead and do things. Where I just get as powered up as I can before trying to challenge a boss. Playing this as a kid was a blast once I finally got the courage up to start playing and not mind if I got killed, because I discovered that getting a game over didn't end your game or anything, it just booted you out of the level with whatever permanent power-ups you'd collected. That was one of the early things that helped me get over my anxiety playing, especially this video game, this series of video games. Also, I love the music in these games, it's amazing. Right. What was I thinking there? Oh well, whatever it was, it can't have been that important. Oh yeah, another game that helped me get over my anxiety about playing video games was Wario Land 2, where you can't die. I'm sure that meant that bosses beat you in one hit, but I didn't process it that way because I didn't die. So you've come. X, I gave you the ability to choose your own path in life, and I hope the world would allow you to choose a peaceful one. But now it seems that you are destined to fight. Because I thought the world might need a new champion, I have hidden capsules like this one. If you finally use them, you will be able to increase your powers beyond anything the world has ever known. Step into this capsule and receive an acceleration system to boost your speed. Good luck, X. So, yeah, the instruction booklet has a lot more background detail about what's even going on story-wise. But, something's done. Oh, hey. But Dr. Kane, a botanist, found X in a hidden underground capsule and designed the Reploid based on X. And so the fact that X can get these upgrades means that he will in fact become ostensibly more powerful than the other Reploid, or than the Reploids. I think they're called Reploids because they're replicas of X. So later games tried to make a big deal out of balancing out the distribution of power-ups. In this game there's plenty of love. Wait, what am I doing? I'm just gonna cast myself into the abyss so I can get all powered up. Don't get me wrong, I could probably, well, yeah. At this point in my life, I could defeat Chill Penguin just with this one power-up, but I don't want to. You know, come to think of it, why? Why am I doing things this way? Why don't I just defeat Chill Penguin? Sure, it'll take up some time, but that's one less completion run of this level that I have to do. Anyway, what was I saying? Right. So, X was found in a capsule by a botanist who then proceeded to become a roboticist, create a bunch of robots based on the design of X, as he was at the time. The fact that X is modular clearly escaped the attention of Dr. Cain. I love the boss music for this game. It's been too long since I've listened to it. Can't break those easily. Oh, that was a bizarre breaking sound. Yeah, what was I saying? Dr. Cain, X Reploids. So, the fact that X can get upgrades was not something accounted for by Dr. Cain. And so X will become more powerful than anything based on him. You got Shotgun Ice. Blah, blah, blah. Going to create a save state. Alright. Let's see. I want to go here next to pick up 3 things. Of the initial 8 levels, this was the one that scared me the most when I was younger because of hopping onto these platforms over a bottomless abyss. And now I'm just super comfortable. Oh right, talking about power-up distribution. Like, there's 8 hearts, so there's 1 in every level. There's 4 capsules. There's 4 sub-tanks. And so you'd think that capsules and sub-tanks would be placed in a not opposite level, opposing level. What's the word? Not the same levels as each other. But no, there are levels that have a capsule and a sub-tank. There are levels that have neither and just a heart. There must be something wrong with this emulation because of the way things sound when they break. Well, that's a clue that there's something wrong. Alright. Because the leg part is not mandatory to get before this, because you don't start with the dash, I know that technically speaking I don't need to do dash jumps here. I just feel more control when I do them. Oh yeah, another fun thing about this game is that clearing some levels affects others in really fascinating ways. Like, clearing this level physically breaks another level. This capsule contains an enhancement for your helmet, which will allow you to break some ceilings with a headbutt. I can think of 3 places in the game where this is useful. Doesn't mean that there aren't others, just I can think of 3. Like, here, or where it can be used, I should say. This is the first place where it can be used, and that's just to show off the function. I have become the Mario! The Super Mario! There's one in the next level I want to go to, where you get both a Buster upgrade and a come on, brain. And an E-Tank. Yeah, a sub-tank, not an E-Tank. E-Tanks are from Classic Mega Man, where you get both a Buster upgrade and a sub-tank from having the helmet. So I'm technically out of time. I'm going to finish this level, and then next time we're going to go on to get the Buster upgrade. If you don't get the Buster upgrade, you will be forced to acquire it by the plot at some point. It'll just hand it to you. I've heard stories that that's actually more powerful, but I don't believe it. I've gotten it. It doesn't feel any more powerful. I have a much easier time with this boss when I have the Buster upgrade, because it creates this funny shield around you when you use the highest level of charged shot. And I like to use that to tag the eagle. You'll see it later, I'm sure. You can defeat this boss without the dash. It's just way easier with the dash. I've seen it done. I haven't done it myself, because forget that noise. I'm not that good at this game. Alright, I win. I get what might be the best weapon in this game? Question mark? I got Storm Tornado. So yeah, I'm not going about this in weakness order. I'm going about this in order of I want to collect upgrades. So that opens up 2 more upgrades to me. I mean, the upgrade here was already technically available as soon as I had the ability to dash. But I have a much easier time mentally with it when I have a tornado. And then here, because the head upgrade. So join me next time, save state, when I visit this place and acquire Buster upgrade. I'll see you then.